Hey guys, how are you all doing? Hope every one of you is fine. Welcome back to another video. And this is my true life story. This is a true life story, guys. And nothing but the truth. And I think I should share this story here. And I think it will help one or two people. Please kindly watch this story till the end. I'm going to make it very short, and I promise I will not make it boring to you. It's a true life story which I want to share with every one of you. So let's start. If you're new here, my name is Ebony Veramente. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Malta, and please kindly support me by subscribing if you're new. This story, I'm even, uh, but let's start. I need to start. So, guys, this the story goes like this. I was a um my parents are very poor. We are very poor. I come from a very poor background whereby it was difficult to survive. Even to eat, it was very difficult. And I went for housemaid or house help, house girl. In Nigeria, we call it house girl. So where I was doing this house girl work, the first son of my madam was a very nice guy. He's far older than me though, but he was so nice to me. Even when my madam was trying to treat me harshly, if they don't give me food to eat, the first son will bring food for me. He will try to. So after a while, he started having a relationship with me, sexual relationship, and I had no choice than to say yes because he was my only comforter. Then he was the one that cares about me more, and I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera as much because I'm so that's what happened. So after I had spent like 5 years with them, then I went there when I was underage. I was at the age of 13 when I went there. So after 5 years, I was already 18, then going to 19. So this particular guy that used to be the first son of my madam told me that if I want to travel to Italy because there's an opportunity for me to go to Italy to work and to make money and to better my life. I said, why not? So he gave me a connection of somebody that took me to Italy. On getting to Italy, life was not that easy. I had to do a lot of things which I'm not going to talk about in this video, and I had to do things that was not pleasant to me than neither to God, but I had no choice than to do them. And after a while, after I finished paying my sponsorer, then I was still communicating with this particular guy that took me to, like, this guy that was, let me just name him, let's give him a name, like, just for a namesake, let me call him Jacob. So Jacob was this particular guy, that my madam's son. So when Jacob, I don't want to mention his real name. So when I went to, I was still communicating with Jacob, and Jacob told me that he still loves me, that he still wants to be with me. Then I said, okay, I will look for a way to bring him to. He said he wanted to come to Italy also. I said, okay, don't worry. I was making money then. I said, okay, I'm going to bring Jacob to Italy. So I worked hard and I looked for a sponsor to bring him also. I paid him. I paid then when you're bringing somebody illegally to Italy, you will pay like 10,000 euros. So I paid 10,000 euros to bring him to Italy. Then I he came illegally, and when you come to a country, European country, illegally, like without document, it's very difficult. Based on the fact that I was not that learned, I didn't go to school and I didn't have a lot of knowledge. I didn't know I was supposed to go to Nigeria marry him and invite him to come and meet me here. It was even cheaper. Go there, marry him, and give him invitation letter to come. But I didn't know, so I have to pay $10,000 to bring him to Italy. But I was very happy. But based on the fact that he was my boss then, he was like a boss to me then, so I was not able to tell him a lot of things. I was still hiding under his shadow. I was still allowing him to control me. I was still feeling that house girl thing. So I was thinking that it's a privilege for me to have him as a husband. I was thinking that he was doing me a favor, that how can this man that is very, this my boss, how can I'm very happy that my boss has become my husband as a house girl, things like that. So I was very happy. Then when he came, I was dating one Italian old man that was taking care of my bills and everything. Then when my husband came to join me in Italy, I was not able um I didn't have time for the old man anymore. I was always giving him excuses. Then this man left me, and then I was having no job. Then I didn't have a job. I didn't have documents. I was just depending on that old man. When this guy came in, I lost the old man. I had no choice than to start hustling again. So I started hustling again. So at the end of the day, my husband was like, is it what you people do here? I said, but I had no choice. But based on the fact that I want to keep him, I still respect him. I tell him, don't worry, I will just do it for a while. Let's settle ourselves, and by the time I'm done doing one or two things, we will just get married. So we were together for 7 good years. After that 7 years, I was hustling up and down. Then I stopped that particular hustling, and I entered another type of hustling, which I don't want to measure. Then we were able to build a house. When I was making the money, I gave all the money to my husband. I told him, hey, how do you want us to do it? I respect him like the way I was taught from home in the olden days. When I make money, I give it to him as my husband. I tell him, oh, yeah, how do you want us to do it? He was the only person I listened to. Even when my brothers called me, I don't regard them as much. He was the person I respect so much. He was the person that they used to call us shoe and bag. Like, we are so tight, so close. There's no secret that he doesn't know about me. If I have one naira now, he will know I have one naira. If I don't have, he will know. He will be the one to tell me, send money to your mom. He not even send. He's the one that used to send money for my mom. He's the one that will send money to my brother if he thinks it's necessary. If he thinks it's not necessary, he will not send the money. The money I'm working, the money I made myself. So that is what we have been doing. We did it for 7 good years. After I've made a lot of money, and he was able to build a house, because he is from Igbo, but the mother used to live in Opobo. There's one place they call Opobo in Nigeria, a very beautiful place. That is where the mother comes from. But then they were living in Lagos, and the mother relocated to Opobo when the father died. So from there, they built the house in Opobo, and we had other lands. They built a filling station, petrol station in Calabar. That was what we did with the money. So we are planning that very soon we are going back to Africa to start a very good life. That was what he told me. So after 7 years of marriage, we got married. We got married. Everything was on my neck. I sponsored everything. He was like a woman of the house. I was like the man of the house. But I was happy. I still love him. I think life is just like that. Nobody knows. Even when he was sending the money back home for the businesses, for the building of the house, the none of his parents, none of his relations knew that I was the one making money. Even when my own people called me like they want money, I was say, say I know they work now. I call my husband, I was covering him. I thought he was the God of my life, like the Lord of my, So that was what I was doing with this guy until after we got married. We were in a relationship for 7 years before we got married. After we got married, we spent extra 8 years. That is 15 years together in relationship. That is 15 years in relationship. We spent 15 years in relationship and altogether. And after 15 years, we didn't have a child. We were looking for the fruit of the womb. After I got married and it was not coming, we are trying. I tried native, I tried medicine. They said we are okay, we should keep trying. And there was one fateful day. That was the day that my heart was broken. That was the day that I will never, never forget in my life. That was the day that the end of, it was 1 week period, the longest 1 week I've ever had in my life. That was what happened. As I'm telling you this thing, this guy was no more young. He was around 45 years old, where I was almost 40. So it was not that I was 38, he was 45 years. And one day, on this fateful day, before I continue, if you have watched to this stage and you've not subscribed, please kindly hit on that subscribe button that says subscribe and join this beautiful family. And also, I want to inform you that this story is not my personal story. This is the story of someone I knew so well. This is the story of something that happened in my present. This is a story of someone that is so dear to me. So I'm making this video not to expose anybody, not to mock anybody. It's just to let people know about some certain things that used to happen in life, how people can be. Let us be vigilant. We should not allow things to happen to us before we start reacting, before we start working, before we start making move. We should learn from other people's mistake. So this particular lady, that fateful day, this lady, that fateful day, they called her. The husband has been going to hospital up and down. He will tell her, I have headache, I want to go and meet doctor. Based on the fact that she was not that educated, she cannot even read. So she don't even know, even if they give her letter, she will not be able to read it. So this man, this first day, he went to hospital, not knowing that this man is HIV positive, and he knew that he was HIV positive. He knew, but he didn't tell the wife. So he was going for treatment. Based on the fact that he refused to tell the wife, he was not taking the treatment regularly, and he used to drink, he used to smoke, you know. So, and they will tell you, when you're HIV positive and you drink too much, you destroy your liver, your kidney, and he was not taking proper care of the medication. So the thing has led to AIDS. So when the thing has led to AIDS, and he's waking all his systems down, so they told him that, now, do you have a wife? He said yes. Now your case is serious. So is your wife also positive? He said he doesn't know, that she has never done the test before. They said now by force we have to call your wife. She has to do the test, and let's see, if she's negative, then we know what to do. If she's positive, then if it's positive, then you can continue, but if it's negative, then she has to be careful with you. So they called this lady. When this lady went to the hospital, they told her that this is what is happening, that you have to do the test. According to her, she said, God, that was she was dead. She was standing there, but she was already dead. Like, she was dead. She gathered her strength, she did the test, and they told her that this test you're doing, if you do this test after in 1 week, we are going to give you your test. But if in case of anything, after 3 to 4 days, if it's positive, we're going to call you so you can come and redo the test again. for them to be sure. Because in Italy, if you are doing HIV test, if it's positive, they will do it again to be sure if there's any mistake. But if it's negative, no. So she said she went home. That day was the last, like one of the worst moments of her life. So this is what happened to her. And so when she went to take the test, 1 week they didn't call her. When she got there, they gave her the test. They said for 2 days she was home with this test, but she was afraid. She was shaking. She was afraid that the test is positive, that she couldn't even open. Then the second day she said, I'll die and die. Let me open. If it's positive, okay. If it's negative, let me know where I stand. So that is how she opened the test. When she opened the test, then she saw that it was negative, and she was so happy and so happy and so happy. Then after a while, she went. The man was admitted in the hospital because it was almost time for him to die, because it was really at the last stage. So the man confessed to her that, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. I'm very sorry, forgive me. You can, I think it's even my fault that you have not been able to have a child. And try your best that maybe you can look for someone that anyhow, things like that. So this woman at that moment, I don't know what, but the man lasted for like 6 months more before he died. But in between these 6 months, this woman got pregnant. And when this man died, when he died, then they all went to Nigeria. She went to Nigeria with the corpse. So we even donated money for them to take the corpse to Nigeria, because it happened in the city where I was staying. We were in the same city in Italy then. So that was what happened. And when they got home, they did the burial in the man's family place, not the mother's side, because the mother was from Opobo, while the father is from Igbo. So they did the funeral in Igbo. And so after the funeral, they told them that anytime you people want to come to our house, you can come. If you want to bring, she told them that she's pregnant. Okay, when you put to bed, bring our baby for us, and anytime you want to come, you can come. So when this lady put to bed, she gave birth to a baby girl, and the family of the boy said that, we are happy you have a baby girl, but after all, baby girls are not, they don't take inheritance in our place. So if you want to remarry again, you can remarry. If you want to come back home to stay, you can come and stay. She said, what about the property? I said, the property is for the husband, it's on the husband's name and everything. She has nothing to declare. So that was what happened to this lady. So I'm doing this video just to inform some certain ladies that even when you are married, you are in love, you love your husband, love with your senses. Even when he tells you he's going to build a house in one place, he's going to, most especially when you are working, when you are the one making the money. Because most of the men here, the sense that they use is that they will tell you, okay, let me use my money to be investing, then use your own to be taking care of the bills. You get it? So at the end of the day, they will tell you that it's my money I use, but the money for the bills, the rent, the food and everything, you are spending your money as a woman. So be wise. Anytime your husband, your boyfriend tells you, let's do things together, make sure, if the man is from, for example, if the man is from Yoruba, for example, and he wants to build a house in his own village in Yoruba, I think it's not a good idea for you to spend that money with him in his own village. Tell him to buy a plot somewhere else, so that at the end of the day, you can be able to at least get your thing back. Like, you make a proper documentation, because those village things, sometimes they will say, it's my father's house already, I just want to renovate it, it's my father's land, things like that. So this is why I just want to use this video to encourage and to enlighten some girls that still believe that my husband is my everything, my husband is everlasting. Things can change, human beings can change. You will never believe that this man that used to stay with this woman like shoe and bag, they used to, anywhere they are going to, They are always together. We have HIV and will not tell this lady. Nobody. It was a shock to everybody. That's why you don't know the heart of a man. You can be able, so some people might be smiling with you, playing with you, but you don't know what is in their hearts. So guys, this will bring me to the end of this video. If you love this my story time, thank you so much. Please kindly share, support me, and share this video. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye bye.